Here is my highly anticipated how not to get hacked post. I was going to just make this a regular feed post, but then I figured I really wanted to talk to you. I really wanted to explain how to go through these steps because, girl, let me tell you, I got steps and I got tips because after this whole ordeal of me losing my account that I had, mind you, if you are new, you don't know who I am, my name is Anna, nice to meet you. I had an account that I worked on for about 3.5 years. I had 40,000 followers, and like this, it was all gone, and Instagram could not help me. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. I had a account with 40,000 followers, and Instagram could not help me. Okay, now that that's sunk in and you realize that you don't want that to happen to you, take a seat and let's get into it. Tip number 1, don't share your damn password. I know you might be sitting there like, well, no shit, Sherlock, I don't share my password. But here's the thing. Sometimes when you gain a certain amount of followers on Instagram, you have to acquire an agency or a brand manager. And sometimes that brand manager or that agency will come to you and say, hey, let me have your account information so I can go on and email brands or contact brands and DM them on your behalf. Don't do it. Just tell them that thank you for the offer, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. I hope you understand. Short, sweet, to the point, no feelings hurt there, because if you're like me and you don't like confrontation, that's the way to go about it. Tip number 2 piggybacks on the don't share your password. So a lot of us go and use apps that we link our Instagram to. I'm guilty of it, you're guilty of it, it all happens. But what we don't realize is that once you log into this app, because it's a lot easier to log in with your Instagram rather than putting your email and feeling like you are gonna get spammed with 100 junk emails from this company, you use your Instagram account to do it. Don't do it, because you know what? You don't know what they're gaining when they gain access to your account info. Also, guess what? If they get hacked as a company, you might get hacked. So just don't do it. Go ahead, unlink any third parties that you're using right now. Like, I'll wait. You could come back to this and you just go do that now. Tip number 3, make sure that you have checked on your 2-factor authentication. Sometimes we think that this is checked and it's not checked. Sometimes we just forget to do it. So just go ahead and make sure that you have it on, and it should help you in the long run. I say should help you because honestly, I thought I had mine on, but sometimes it gets unlinked. Who knows what the case may be. So just go in periodically and make sure that it's checked off. Now, tip number 4 piggybacks on tip number 3. What you're gonna do is as soon as you have that 2-factor on, you're going to receive codes. I want you to print those codes out and keep them somewhere safe, because in an emergency, you get hacked, your 2-factor's on, you can go in, put in one of those recovery codes, and you should be okay. Tip number 5. While you're in your security area where you're putting on your 2-factor, you're printing out recovery codes, also check off authentication app. There's this new app that Instagram uses, and it's able to hook up to your phone. It's called Duo. And if you can't log in, Instagram will send a code to Duo to make sure that you're able to log in correctly. Tip number 6 is something you should be doing just in case you do get hacked or for some reason you lose your data. You want to make sure you're saving your data. Instagram has a feature in their settings where you're able to save your data, and I'm going to walk you through it. Saving your data can be accessed by going to settings, hitting security, and clicking on download data. I highly recommend doing this at least once a month just in case you do get hacked. Tip number 7, change your Instagram password at least quarterly. Make sure that you set a reminder, whatever you have to do, just remember that you're changing this password frequently. Tip number 8, if your Instagram account is any way, shape, or form linked to your business Facebook account, your Twitter account, or any other account that you're able to link with Instagram, make sure you're changing that password frequently as well. Tip number 9, all these passwords have to be different. If they're able to hack into your Twitter account with your password, they can get into your Instagram account, your Facebook account, any other account that you have the same password with. Because hackers are not stupid. They're smart. That's how they got into your account in the first place. So outsmart them. Make sure that you have it different for each social media platform. Tip number 10. Now, if you're doing this tip, you're kind of a sitting duck waiting for a hacker to attack you. Make sure that your email that you linked in your Instagram bio, that you have where people can email you directly, is not the same email that you used to make your Instagram username. It will make it a lot harder for a hacker to get into your account if your emails are different. Tip number 11. If you're using Instagram in any shape or form for a business, then you're definitely getting 100+ emails a day. It's just the way it is. I totally understand. If you're a blogger or a content creator, you're getting emails from brands left and right. We open up all these emails, we click the links, and we think nothing of it. Don't do that. If you open up an email and it's from a brand that you've never heard of before and they ask you to look at their sell sheet or they say to click this link, don't do it. It could be a hacker. They could be using that link to gather your information. This is one of the top reasons why people get hacked, is because they're clicking links in an email that is sent to them. Tip number 12, you've been verified email. Lies. Do not fall for that. It's a hacker tactic. Basically, they want you to open up the email, go to the link, just like I told you in the last tip, but these seem real because it seems like it came from Instagram. When you open up the email, check the email at the top. Most of the time, it'll say instagram@gmail.com. Instagram's not using Gmail. Don't fall for that trick. It is probably the oldest one in the book. Tip number 13, if you want to know if Instagram actually emailed you, do this. Head to your profile, click settings. Once you're there, go ahead and click security. Now you're able to go to emails from Instagram and see if it's actually there. These last two tips are for people who want to take those extra measures. So tip number 14 is to diversify yourself, because if Instagram is gone tomorrow, guess what? So are you. You really need to make sure that you're on other platforms and that you're building up a website, because that's something that you actually own. You don't own Instagram, you don't own other social media platforms, but you do own a blog or a website. Tip number 15 is my last tip, and that is to build an email list. You really want to build an email list of the audience that follows you, because they genuinely love you. They love your content, they love what you're producing, and if you were to be gone tomorrow, wiped out by a hacker, you're able to find those people again because you have their contact information. So make sure that you're building that email list. That's something that really came in handy for me. And I hope that you guys are never hacked. I hope that never happens to you. I hope that these tips were helpful. And I hope that you have an amazing day, because no one has time to get hacked. No one has time for all of this. So please take these tips seriously. Please do everything you can in your power to make sure this doesn't happen to you, because what happened to me sucks. I don't want it to happen on my worst enemies. I just hope that you guys were able to get something out of today's post. Thank you for watching this video, and please remember to hit follow. Bye.